everybody, it's Adam again, and welcome back to my garage. Today we are headed back to Tri-City Dragway, and we are going to go take a look at some of the improvements and talk to Micah Fleming, the leader of the 501c3 again, and see what he's got in store here, not only for this year, but also long-term, what the long-term plans are at the site. So it's the first day above 70 here in wonderful Michigan. We're headed down, and Micah rang me up earlier this week and said, hey, we got some more things to talk about, so come on down here and let's talk at the track again. And I said, yep, count me in, let's go. So the Sonoma is still in storage. So today I chose to take out the 2004 Subaru Impreza WRX STI EJ255 powered GDB VF48 turbo. But I'm really excited to talk to Micah again here, see what he's got in store. Thank you again for watching, and come along for the ride. You know, I just noticed they used to have the big old Doppler ball around over here, and I don't see the big old Doppler ball anymore. So it's interesting that they took that down. Must not be necessary anymore with all the advancements in technology and weather forecasting. You know, it's nice when I fly out of MBS, when you take that southwest facing runway, you get to see the old track and the tower. So you're leaving town, so it's kind of cool to see everything that's going on over here. Oh, we got some cones on the course. Maybe we're gonna autocross today. All right, yeah. Well, man, it looks like we got a lot of stuff cleared out over here around the old concession stands. Let's get out and see what he's got to say. Micah, how's it going, man?
Good, Adam. How are you?
Good. Long time no see, man. So what you got going on out here today?
Just a little project.
Okay.
Cleaning up some plastic today before the big storm.
So it looks like there's been quite a bit of cleanup around here over the last 6 months or so. What you got in store for this building here?
For the concession stand building, we're thinking of turning it into a multi-purpose building.
Okay.
So we'll keep the garage on the back side for some storage, and then we're looking to move inside as well. And we'll take out the 2 bathrooms on the side and probably add an office space and a merchandise side to it instead of the food side.
Nice.
So that's our plan. We'll see how far it goes. We're still waiting to hear back from some architects on it. So
cool. All right. So this year, I know everyone knows you got the car show coming up.
Yep.
So we'll spend a little bit of time talking about that, but not much, because I want to get into the long-term plans of what you got in store. But how many cars did you end up having last year in spectators?
We're estimating about 530.
Nice.
We didn't get an official count. Hopefully we will this year, but about 4,000 people on the property last year. So
excellent. Do you know how that compares with the previous year? Like from a attendance perspective, was it higher or about the same? What do you think?
In 2023, we had about 400 total cars on the property. This past year, we figured we had about 1,200 throughout the whole day.
Yeah.
So about double, and hopefully we can do it again this year.
Nice, that's awesome, man. So the car show this year is on August 9th.
Yes.
So
yes.
That's Saturday
okay. Instead of Sunday, and it's perfect because I think the car cruise is going down in down south somewhere. They're going to all the drag strips around the state. So.
Oh, sweet. So you're thinking people are going to come up for that potentially, or
potentially?
What? Nice.
We lucked out a lot because they start Sunday and we're on Saturday this year. So.
Yeah, cool. So you get some people coming down from the north, maybe sweeping through, and then hit up the car show and things like that. Cool. Looking at this building here, you want to take a walk around real quick and look on the other side and
absolutely.
See what's going on there? All right. Oh, look at this. So you got some light fixtures and stuff down from the ceiling, and what are those old?
These are the toilet paper, but paper towel dispensers.
Sure, paper towel dispensers. Yeah.
A lot of old lighting and garage frames, and now this was all the shelving that came from the concession area.
Okay. Yep.
We just cleared that right out of there, and.
So you got a lot of this stuff cleaned out in here. There's, what is that, an old hot water heater or something back there?
Yep.
Holy cow, that thing's enormous.
Yeah. So this was the old sink that was in the concession area. And then, we got all the shelving out of here. Obviously it was all rotten, so most of it was laying on the floor. Then We're gonna work with some architects and get this roof off the building and start changing it around. So
Nice.
Excited.
So like a lot of the steel beams and stuff, structurally, everything's still pretty solid here, right? And
Yeah, yep.
it's a matter of really kind of getting that rotted wood off the top, and then just, basically you're planning on kind of like redoing it the way it is, or are you going to add anything else to the top of this? What are your thoughts there?
Our plan or our hope is to actually knock this wall out.
Oh, okay.
And then knock that wall out as well. So we'll have a wide open space right here. I'm hoping to have a meeting room, and then for the car show's sake, use this as a merchandise spot where people can come right up in the lines and come get their merchandise that way. So, little nostalgia. I know it's not the same, but guess something's got to change.
Yeah, that's right. You think about like the food trucks and everything that you guys have had at the car shows. That's probably a long-term thing, planning to always have food trucks come in and things like that, and even other events that you end up having out here. What's the thought on that? Do you ever plan to have like an on-site concession, or always kind of a temporary food truck situation?
So for spectators' sake, if we were to reopen the track, we would probably stick with food trucks.
Yep. Okay.
Let racers bring their food in, but the plan right now is to stick with food trucks, just not to deal with all the food permits and health inspections and everything like that, which helps us cut down on costs quite a bit. So
yeah, for sure. So you're thinking, with this here kind of being, maybe a merchandise area, meeting rooms, things like that. Restrooms here, thinking you're going to end up pulling out the restrooms or keeping those. What are your thoughts there?
Correct. So we will probably go with full-time porta potties, rent a couple while we're working out here. And then our plan is to add an extension in the future if we get some events out here or something, just to bring some actual restrooms in besides just porta potties, and not having to have someone come and clean them out. So
sure. Yeah, so that would, obviously all the plumbing and everything that goes, with that, and the permitting, right? So it'd be all sort of new build is what you're thinking for any bathroom related stuff.
Yeah, and then, we got the issue of not having any city water out here. So a lot more work there.
Yeah.
Water wells and whatever,
So they got the wells, and then is it like septic out here then too, or is there a sewer that runs out here, do you know?
We have not found anything yet.
Okay.
We're probably going to connect with consumers to see if they can come out and survey the site. Also trying to work with some architects to do the same and get some underground imaging done.
Okay, yeah. All right, so Mike and I are going to take another tour around the site here. He's going to jump into the old STI there, and we're going to go drive down to the other end. Actually, it's going to be exciting. Get to drive down and kind of reminisce about the old autocross days in this beast. And we'll see what we got at the other end of the track there. You might remember back during the car show, someone pointed out where the old 76 signs were, the old wind light. So we're going to go out and take a look at that. All right, let's see.
There's a cone right there.
Cone over there. All right, so we're going to go ahead down here to the basically where the turnaround lane was there. So later on, as we go back to your car there, if you want to show me what that course looks like, maybe we'll take people around the course and be tame about it. But I guess there is only a 25-mile-an-hour speed limit here, so we got to watch that.
I don't know how often that's obeyed, but we actually picked up all this property right here, and then all this property as well.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. So talk about the lease a little bit. So you announced on Facebook a couple weeks ago, right, that you secured a lease here.
Yep.
So what does all that entail, and what part about this site? Like, is it the whole site, or what do you got here relative to the lease?
So our lease right now is a base lease. So essentially, if we want to go anything further to opening up the drag strip or using this as an event site, we have to get a new lease initiated. So right now we're in the base term, which says that we can clear the property for the airport benefit, as well as restore the two buildings. So we picked up almost 10 acres of property to clear, and about 3.5 will be cleared by the time of the car show. So.
Oh, cool. All right. So the two buildings are that concession building there, and then the tower is basically, okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm. We didn't pick up the other concession stand yet, but that's in our long-term goal to get, so.
Nice. Last year I was parked right over there for the show, and then that guy in the Astro van pointed out, oh, look at that. Okay, so you got some of this stuff cleared up over here.
Yep.
And you got, an old foundation here or something? Let's, I guess, talk us through what you guys found when you cleared it out.
Correct. So it seems that they torched it.
Oh, geez, yeah.
Right off, and then if we come over here too, you can see right where the sign faces were
Oh,
laying.
man, look at that, yeah.
So we figure they did this one first. And then on that side, when we go over there, you'll see that they took the sign faces off because there's no leftovers of any plastic from the sign.
Okay. So you're thinking somebody's got that sign somewhere around, or it wasn't destroyed quite like this one.
Someone's got it.
Someone's got
it. But yeah, right now we're in the process of working with Bruce from Great Lakes Resto Mod to get those sign frames redone, get the rust off of them and get them repainted for when we get some new signs put into them. So hoping to have that done by the car show, but you know, we're doing this on a budget, so
sure.
We'll see if it can get done in time or not.
Awesome. So you're planning on like restoring, like basically having two of them down here again and
correct.
Set them up. Where are you thinking from a location perspective? Kind of use the same foundation or move them around a little bit?
We're not sure on that one yet. So we didn't pick up as much property over there as we wanted to. So we're not sure if you'd be able to see them from all the way at the starting line. So we might move these frame or the bases or the foundation up towards the track a little bit so both of them are seen at the same time. Could make for some cool pictures as well. So.
Yeah, for sure. And they were 76 signs back in the day too, like the fuel company and
correct.
Yeah,
they
nice.
were first pure oil, and then I believe they switched in 71
okay.
To the Union 76 signs. So
yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, geez, I mean, if you drilled a hole in that and put it on a keychain, somebody'd probably want to buy a relic of that, I would think. So let's go take a look at the other side over there. So when did you guys then like clear this out? Was that like last summer sometime or?
We actually did this right in the fall.
Okay.
I think we got them out in either September or October.
Okay.
Got them finally out of here and off the property, and obviously we waited to announce that for quite a while. But
yeah. No, that's awesome. And I guess when did you first like kind of discover that they were over here? Was it part of the car show or before the car show? When was the secret known?
Well, it was actually from your video.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
okay.
Yep.
We got if that Astro guy comes back, the guy with the Astro van comes back this year, we have to thank him because he's the one who pointed it out. So
yep. So
cool.
We walked over there the day after and noticed that it looks like the brush cutter or brush hog actually ran into it and left a little dent in it. So I'm pretty sure that's why the airport stopped clearing there. But helped us find them. So
that's cool, man. Yep. That's good. I contributed in some way other than just consuming beers all the time. So cool, man. So that okay. So they torched it up there too.
Yep.
But it was torched and basically laying down here on the ground is effectively what it was.
Yeah. So it actually looks like they helped this one or saved the faces off of it. You can see some of the neon there.
Yep.
But no signs of any of the sign faces. So
okay.
Those Union 76 signs are gone, in my opinion, and someone probably has them hanging in their garage. So
cherished relics there.
Yep.
So yeah, cool. What's the orange tape back here for? Is that kind of where your line ends or something, or?
Yeah. So we'll be clearing everything this way.
Oh, okay.
Line. So. We have another orange line set up down there. I think we have about a ½ acre to an acre right in this area.
Nice. So how was it working with the airport and stuff, getting the lease set up?
So we first started in the summer with discussions right after the car show, and then moved forward with them throughout the year. Obviously, we have a lot to think about when going for a lease that big, especially when the property hasn't been leased in almost, I think it's 4 decades now.
Oh, geez, yeah.
So we had a lot to discuss. We ultimately decided that taking this amount of property fits within our budget. By clearing it, we can help both us and the airport for our future plans. So quick process, surprisingly. Not too many issues to go through, and very cooperative teamwork from both teams. So
good.
It was very appreciative and very grateful to have that connection with them.
Nice. So it's something you see, the airport is really invested in making it successful, right?
Yep.
From an approval perspective, whatever else. I mean, do you sense that there's any conflict there at all, or are they kind of all in on it? What are your thoughts there?
So I don't think there's too much conflict. Before this goes any further, we do have to get some noise studies done, some environmental studies.
We're gonna walk down this way a little bit. Maybe get back kind of where the other tape is over this way. If you want to kind of walk us through, Micah, what is going to get cleared out over here. It's kind of in chunks, or is it this whole thing? You're saying pretty much to the tower, you're going to clear it out?
No, so it's actually up to this orange ribbon over here.
Okay.
The reason we only took about a ½ acre to an acre is because of the signs.
Okay.
We'll be placing the signs back there. So we'll clear out all of this, get it prepared, and you know, if there is a possibility of drag racing returning, this is where our bleachers would come up to. So anything helps us towards the future. So this line right here, all the way down to that orange over there, is where we'll be clearing. So
you're thinking for like the bleachers, you're thinking it'd be in between here, or what? Talk a little bit more about that.
So the bleachers used to go right up until right about the finish line, actually. So they would finish right in this area. So clearing all that would be for visibility purposes. Obviously, we only have about 150 feet to the back there, and we go back to some fence posts over there. So that's where the spectator line would be drawn to. So
another thing I think you had mentioned to me, maybe it was at the car show, was, you know, all the way down at the end of the strip here, this used to actually go sort of the cool down area, went like almost all the way to Freeland Road out that way.
Yep.
What I guess what happened down at that end there, and you obviously got trees and stuff growing up there now. Do you know anything about sort of what that base looks like underneath there? Do you think you'd eventually kind of clear all of that out down there too? Or?
So from the sounds of it right now, this is to MDOT standards. So the remaining track, I believe it goes down 8 feet.
Wow.
The bottom of the base.
Yeah.
So all the way down, when they tore up the asphalt down there, there was only about 6 inches that they tore up. So everything below that should be fine to place concrete on. Obviously, we want to get that done as soon as possible if we can. Always looking for donors to help us, the police academy, get some good training out here and good entertainment as well.
Yeah. Cool. And then, you know, eventually, if you kind of run it all the way down that way, would you think you'd potentially put a entrance or something on Freeland Road, or pretty much always kind of funnel people in through Sorrel that way?
Yeah, so there is a entrance down on that end. Actually, it's just a 2-track. It was a 2-track back in the day as well. That was mostly the spectator entrance, though. Racer entrance was on Sorrel Road, from my understanding. So they had a 2-track that went right down there behind the tower for their parking. So that entrance is still there. It is very muddy from the tractors and stuff going down there. So we don't use that currently, being that we're only out here one time a year. So.
Yeah, I guess let's head over to the tower over there and see kind of where things are at there, and maybe after that we'll go ahead and run through the course. If you've run the course before, it sounds like you're a pro at this, so we got to see. Maybe you can even take the Subaru for a spin if you know how to drive a stick. We're gonna take a ride down to the tower over here and see what we got going on. And I think as we're trekking this way, I'm gonna go through the cones a little bit, but I won't squeal the tires or anything like that, but maybe we'll get a little spirited if that's okay. Just seeing the cones in the periphery as I'm going through there was something that brought something out of me that I haven't felt on an autocross course in a long time, especially with this car.
So what they do is go here, and then cut left, and then cut right. Cut right, back to the left, all the way to the right. They'll come up here, and then the instructor will either go left
or right.
Yeah.
Nice. So have you driven that course before too, or?
In my personal car, yes.
Yeah, sweet, man. And I had stuff rolling all over the place back there, so I definitely wasn't prepared for that. But thanks for the impromptu autocross.
Absolutely.
So this is always the iconic structure, but obviously not the last part of the tour today. You know, I know you had mentioned some improvements and things like that the last time, and kind of chipping away at it like you've done with the other buildings.
Yep.
What have you got in store for the tower this year? Anything in particular that you want to get accomplished with it?
We are hoping to have the tower fully restored.
Nice.
And that's the goal, but obviously it's going to take quite a bit of money. So our fundraising efforts will most likely start in April.
Okay.
Once we receive some estimates back, and you know, we're gonna chip away at it slowly but surely. Biggest thing is getting this thing gutted out. We have to get an asbestos survey done in the back. a lot of old tile there.
Okay.
And then really just buttoning it up. You know, if that means we don't have a staircase on the side right now, that's how it's going to go.
Okay, yeah.
Just button it up, save the structure, and then start looking to the future. So,
you know, from a structural perspective, everything really checked out good in terms of the bricks and the foundation and things like that. So you're thinking skeleton wise, she's in good shape. It's a matter of just kind of clearing out the wood and then kind of weatherproofing it with the windows and things like that.
Yeah, so we've had a couple engineers look at it, and it's in very good structural shape. So we figure not a lot of money will have to be put into that, but obviously once we get some drawings back, we'll see how the structure is actually doing. So it's just a waiting game at this point.
What's kind of the timing, at least, or the plan for this year with it? What can people expect when they come out to the car show?
I'm hoping to at least have it gutted. I want some new paint to go on it as well.
Oh, nice, yep.
Starting to button up some of these things, putting the sign back on the front, potentially getting some new windows, but that all comes at a cost.
Sure.
Not sure how accessible this is going to be to everyone who comes here. Mostly be a private building for just really people to look at, get pictures in front of. Cool.
And you mentioned the staircase, the old spiral staircase on the side. Speaking of the 76 signs, do we think that that's around here somewhere, or is that been folded up into scrap metal and probably taken over to OmniSource?
I know someone's got it. I won't say who.
Oh, all right. Well, you know, if even if you could make a pattern of what used to be there, right?
Yeah.
And replicate that. I mean, that would be awesome. I mean, a spiral staircase, right? That in itself is something that's, you know, kind of cool when you see it in historical buildings. The fact that there was one out here just kind of adds to the character of this whole building.
Yeah.
You know,
so right now what we're dealing with is we'll probably have to go to the zoning appeal board. Spiral staircases aren't very common, specifically for safety issues. So right now we're actually looking at doing a wooden staircase.
Okay.
Doesn't give the same look, but is a lot safer. For all of our volunteers or anyone who wants to go up there. So,
sure, yep.
And it cuts down on cost quite a bit too.
For sure, yeah.
Spiral staircase would probably run us tens of thousands.
Sure, yeah.
So we got all of our fence posts and whatever scattered around, but
cool, yeah. Got them all pulled out. There's another beer can down there. So as far as you know, some of the brush and stuff cleared up over here, this building is part of the lease.
Correct.
The land that's around us here, I guess I see another orange piece of tape over there. What kind of clearing and stuff do you think you'll be doing around this way?
So basically, I think it goes about 300 feet this way to that orange ribbon. And then we are clearing everything towards the drive-in.
Nice, okay, wow.
So when you drive in, you'll be able to see the back side of the tower. And I think we go 150 feet back from the track. So quite a bit of land.
And I guess as far as like these fence posts and stuff down here, what are you thinking with this? Probably pull these fence posts out, or are you going to leave them up and put a chain link fence on there at some point, or?
We'll see where that fits into the plan.
Yeah.
Right now, we're probably going to leave them. We'll probably take out the ones near trees, just to give us some safety while cutting down the trees. We'll have some forestry machinery out here to do that job. So, got quite a bit to clean up. A lot of metal out here.
Yeah,
a lot of big stone too. So
interesting. That's like a double door down there, a frame, door frame.
This was actually the door that went to the
bottom
staircase.
Oh, okay.
So
jeez.
Yep.
You get that door restored too, like the 76 Steins down there.
So this one, yeah, this one's actually in a lot better shape.
Dang, yeah, that's in good shape. Yeah.
Although the frames and some of the frame has fallen down on the concession stand. For the most part, I mean, it's in a lot better shape. Obviously, all the roofing has fell, so
yeah.
We appreciate that in the process, though.
Yeah, for sure. It helps. It's free labor from Mother Nature there, right?
Yep.
Well, we got a pencil sharpener or something on the wall over there?
I think it was a can opener.
Oh, can opener. All right, yeah. So you're thinking long-term then, you would end up kind of restoring this one to be something for, you know, spectators, whoever coming along on this side, potentially having it as like a food refreshment area.
Yeah.
Bathrooms too, or would you probably add on, like you're talking with the other one, new build for bathrooms? What are you thinking?
Most of the bathrooms would probably be a new build.
Okay.
Our plan would probably be to put them, if we were to reopen this, obviously, we would probably put them under the bleachers. But
Okay,
that's a very long-term plan, if we can even get approval, or if we even look at exploring that option.
Sure.
So, I will point out something here. You can see the old electrical boxes.
Oh,
too.
look at that. All right.
Yep.
So you had some utility poles or something coming down from Sorrow Road or something in the past, or
That's what we think.
okay.
Haven't found any maps or anything dictating where they were, and not too many pictures out there of the spectator side, specifically behind the bleachers. So.
And I just noticed it now. You can actually, there is a power line that runs down there, so it must have been hooked up to that or something.
Yep.
I noticed the Doppler ball was gone over there too, so they must have tore that thing down recently.
That's actually where that shed came from, that's sitting on the track.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay, all right, yeah. Was there a ticket booth or something back here too?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
So everyone I've talked to either snuck in, or they were a racer and didn't spend any time over here.
Jeez.
So, not sure where that went.
What are you thinking about from a 5 to 10 year plan perspective? You've referenced a couple times, you know, bleachers and things like that. So you're set on trying to get some sort of competitive activity back here. Again, is that kind of, you know, baked into the plan right now, or what are your thoughts there?
Well, we're looking at options.
Okay.
Obviously, it would take a large donor to do some type of work like that out here. And then, you know, we got neighbors too.
Yeah,
we
for
have
sure.
to respect. So we've done some surveys, and for the most part are getting mostly positive feedback from the survey, and want to see the track reopen.
Excellent.
Granted, in the future, this probably would be used for a police academy as well. We'd like to get Delta College involved and get a permanent setup out here for them, as well as the various police departments that train out here.
Okay.
So it would be a largely reduced schedule, considering we wouldn't race the full year, probably only maximum of 10 weekends per year. But that's something we're looking at, and taking some advice from the neighbors is something we got to continue to do.
Sure.
In order to get anywhere with it.
So you weren't joking the last time when we said, as we walked away from the tower, so you talked to the NHRA, you want to get them out here and drag race again? And you said, we'll see. So you're not BSing that then. You're dead set on getting something out here, huh?
Like to do something with it.
Sweet.
I'm a big history guy, so you know I want to see something done with these buildings, and
yes.
Obviously preserving a site as well is very beneficial to us, and getting the airport a little bit more revenue as well.
Yeah. No, that's awesome, man. So you've taken the course before in your Equinox over there.
Yep.
Where does it actually start?
They typically start down in the old pit area.
We can start up over this way too, and then
Yeah.
Cool. So we're gonna take a little trek on the course here. Micah's gonna kind of point it out to me as we go through. I should probably put this, whatever was rolling around back here on the ground. That way I don't get too crazy, and I'm gonna take this away here too. Not that I'm gonna go really crazy, but typically we move our floor mats to the back when we get in a spirited driving situation here. All right. Yeah, I got a lot of flack for bringing my BMW here the first time. Let's start over in this box over here. Somebody knocked over that cone, it looks like, right there. It wasn't me. All right.
So first up, we start, this is a sharp turn.
Okay.
So we're gonna go in between those two cones. It's gonna look like you're hitting them. You'll be basically a couple inches away. And then we go over into this box. First coming into there, you'll see 3 cones set up. It's a sharp right at those 2 tall cones.
Okay.
And then the next 2 tall cones, it's a sharp left and a sharp right.
Okay.
And then
all right.
straight out.
Straight out, and then down to that next gate over there.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Oh, that was a bad launch.
Sharp right, sharp left.
not going to hit your Equinox there.
And then they swerve in between.
Some slalom here.
And it's a sharp left.
Oh, I hit that cone.
And then I don't think they have this whole thing set up.
Okay.
But they'll typically come down here and kind of just back up past.
Oh, okay.
There,
yeah.
So
okay. All right.
then they'll come in here. Yep.
Back this way?
I don't think the full course is set up right now. So they will come in here, they'll go all the way up and then back into that spot and then pull back out.
They will go all the way to that spot, back up right there, and pull it. Okay, all right. Oh boy. Did they get timed when they do this too?
They do.
Oh, nice.
Much easier in this small of a car.
Than a Crown Vic or a Charger.
Yeah.
Nice.
Then this one, the instructor will yell left. Come there. Right, left, middle, and then right. Missed one.
I missed that, darn it.
Come through the middle here. And go right. Through the middle. And back through.
Excellent. It's been a long time since I've driven this car hard like that. It's
Yeah.
typically a summer garage queen now, but what's the call to action for people that are watching this video?
Well, we will have our start of our fundraiser, hoping for mid-April for announcement. There will be 3 separate funds, one going into the tower, one going into the concession stand,
Oh, nice.
and one going into a general fund, which will help us patch some potholes out here.
I'm going to fix the cone here.
Okay. So, yep, like to do something to patch them. So, we're probably going to work with some paving companies on it. We'll see where that goes. There's just a few out here that we'd like to get patched for the police academy. And then obviously we're gonna start exploring our options this fall or this spring. It's gonna start off with a business plan, and then we'll start fundraising for some of our costs related to environmental studies or noise studies, any of our architecture, our surveying, anything that has to go along. So right now we're looking for companies to work with, individuals who are willing to donate, and even potentially individuals who are willing to donate their skills and their time out at the track to help us out. So
Nice.
Yep.
So as far as like a website or anywhere, like if someone's interested in signing up to help or donate or something like that, how would they go about doing that?
Everything is actually on our website. It is tricitydragway.com, as easy as it gets. You can go to our volunteer link and sign up there, or if you're looking to sponsor, you can sign up there as well. We do have our fundraising coming out, and that'll be a separate tab in mid-April.
Okay.
It'll just be labeled fundraising. So
You got big plans, man, you know, and hopefully 5 to 10 years, we'll see, dude. It would be awesome to have even a spectator lineup out here if you don't have a touring series come through, just for people to take their cars out and test and tune kind of thing, you know.
yeah,
But
we're gonna look at everything and do the best we can for this community. So
that's awesome. You know, economic impact to this area. Like, have you done any studies or anything like that to look at if this was like, I don't know, 5 or 6 weeks out of the year or 3 months of use every weekend? Do we know what kind of impact this would have commercially to this area?
So it's estimated that the impact would be roughly 15 to 20 million per year
Oh, wow.
if it was fully operational.
Okay.
Granted, we're attempting to work with the police departments and everyone and get them a training ground out here, as well as a permanent setup. So we'll see. We want them to use the property as much as we can, or they can. They keep our communities safe, so
Yeah.
I'd like to continue to give them the resources to do their training. Yeah, well, we'll see you all at the car show, and looking forward to another great year of it.
All right, man. Sweet. Thanks a lot, Micah. Thanks for taking the time today. We'll see you out here in August, man.
All right. Thank you, Adam.
Oh man, so that was an unexpected little cherry on top there, going ahead and running through the cones. It's been a good probably 10 years since I've driven this car all that crazy, but really appreciative that Micah took the time out of his day to show us around the track again today. You know, he's serious about getting some racing out here, and I know seemed like he was just joking around last year when we talked about it, but he's really gung-ho about it. So right now it's a matter of getting the support from the community, getting some sponsorships lined up and the funding secured. It's going to take a lot of effort. It's going to take a lot of money to get this thing off the ground. But he's got the vision, and he's got the energy behind it too. So if you're free on the Saturday, August 9th, come on out to the car show, take a look at the site, take a look at the facilities, and if you're interested in sponsoring, take a look at the website that Micah mentioned, and I'll put a link down below as well. And you can go ahead and take a look at the different sponsorship opportunities they got there too. If you like the content, you want to see more content from Tri-City Dragway, more car content in general, don't forget to hit like and subscribe down below. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.